It's time for another round of Premier League action. And once again, we are discussing Premier League football in midweek. And this is what we are used to in December and January. Lots of games coming in quick succession. And that is why we love the Premier League anyways. But round 21 promises to be exciting once again. And without wasting much time, let's look into some of the key talking points ahead of the game week. Starting with you, Victor, both West Ham and Nottingham Forest, they've been abysmal of late. They've been rather poor. But if you were to pick one, who is more likely to get a win?
Surely Forest. I mean, at least they look a bit more like an actual Premier League team. I'm still a bit surprised that Nuno has not been sacked after the 3-0 loss to Wolves, but that might come if they lose this one as well. West Ham have not won a game since early November, and sure, it hasn't been an easy run in terms of opponents, but that loss to Wolves, I think, must be doing everyone's head in a bit.
Yeah, fair enough. And over to you, Max. A similar question like the one I asked Victor. Given the form of both sides of late, what kind of game can we expect between Spurs and Bournemouth?
I say we can expect a basic 5-5 draw, something like that. Because looking at the I mean, okay, yeah. Recently, Spurs weren't looking that bad in defense. They conceded like only 2 goals or even 1 in the last 3 games. But in general, both teams looked absolutely trashy in defense and have been scoring a lot of goals, but recently Spurs didn't. But I'd say overall I expect a lot of goals here, and I for some reason feel like the Spurs are slight favorites for me because, as I already mentioned recently, they weren't conceding a lot of goals while Bournemouth was still doing that. So I'd say I see Spurs are quite and slight favorites, but I can expect a draw here anyways.
Yeah, fair enough. And back to you, Victor. Brentford will be high on confidence, after that 4-2 win over Everton last time out. They're actually unbeaten in their last 5 games. That's Brentford. But do you think they can continue that momentum against a Sunderland side that have played to 4 successive draws in their last 4 league games?
Yeah, it does seem more likely to me that they would win this, especially with their record at home. Sunderland, they've been brilliant and they are coping with their AFCON related absences better than I thought they would. But Brentford are just purring right now and they're everybody's darling and pushing for Europe. Only Man City have actually managed to beat them at the GTEC this season, and that was a very scrappy 1-0. I think another draw is the best result Sunderland can hope for here, but Brentford are definitely favorites.
Fair point. And back to you, Max. Given how bad Crystal Palace have been of late, is it going to be an easy away win for Aston Villa, who are in a title race of their own?
See, there really wasn't a lot of easy games for Aston Villa in any case in any matchup in this season. But I feel like that in a Crystal Palace squad and club in general, everybody knows that Glasner is leaving, Gay is leaving, and probably Mateta as well. I feel like there's not a lot of motivation to really try hard in Prem at the moment. I'd say their main goal for the season stands a Conference League, and probably they can try to win it even. So I feel like for this game, there's much more motivation for Aston Villa than for Palace. So I would probably say yes, Villa gonna win, but it's never an easy game for Villa.
Yeah, fair point. And Victor, in our recap video, we said that the victory for Wolves over West Ham does nothing for them. But what are the chances of Wolves winning back-to-back games for the first time this season as they travel to take on Everton?
I don't think so. But we need to look at Everton and we need to look at how serious Everton are about their own goals. They really need to win this one and they need to win by some margin if they are indeed serious about pushing for Europe. Fulham and Brighton, the teams right above them in the table, they've got difficult games this week. So it's a good chance for Moyes to get a bit closer to the European spots. As I said, Wolves are still doomed. So I think not winning this one would be an absolute disaster for Everton.
Yeah, fair point. And there you have it. Those are thoughts for some of the games happening in round 21. Because in another video, we'll be previewing the remainder of the games happening this midweek. Promises to be an exciting week. I'm going to say I don't see many surprising results. But yeah, maybe I might be wrong and we'll see what happens. But yeah, stay tuned so you don't miss out on all the talk.